I blew up an air mattress near the ocean. I wanted to lay in the sun. I have my blanket and pillow. I feel really good right now. I fall asleep. Then I wake. I'm in the middle of the ocean. The tide came in. The tide washed me away. I'm floating away. I'm floating on the ocean. Oh, I kinda worry, but at the same time I'm very relaxed, so I just lay back down and say someone will find me, and I fall back asleep. I'm floating away. I'm floating down the water. I'm at peace, and there's a breeze. It feels really nice, and I'm calm and steady. The water is just fine, then I hear a boat engine. He pulls up right beside me. He looks at me and he says, "Did you launch that from this dock? Did you pay to launch this from that dock?" And I look at him and I say, "No, I just kind of floated here. I floated here. Oh, you have to pay to launch this boat from that dock there." I'm like, "I just want to get back to shore. Do you have some paddles? I'll get back there." I asked him for some paddles. He wouldn't give me no paddles. He left my bed floating there and took me back into the side. The bed still floating in the ocean. Well, maybe a bird or fish would like to sleep in my mattress, floating on the ocean still floating there. I wanted to get it back to shore, but that bastard didn't give me a row, so no, I'm with him. And he's talking about fining me for not paying to release it into the ocean because the cock-sucking Kamisayola. It was floating in the ocean. It was, and it is still floating in the ocean. I wish I was still on it. I was at peace and I felt really good, floating in the water, floating and floating away, floating very far from here. I'm floating now, I'm floating everywhere. It was pretty great, floating on the ocean.